Okay, this is mudulock here. He's got that head, and he's got that head. Now, he's the one that Skeletor called a wimp scientist, if you remember from the cartoons. I was going to open him up. Now, he does kind of look a little demonic, so church groups and religious groups might have had a problem with him when we were kids. I just didn't get one, not for that reason. Oops, I think I got Dracula in there. But oh well. The ones who would have a fun taking him down would be as G.I. Joe, because of this guy's the same thing. I got a Dracula in here. I kind of put him in there. I'll put this. Okay, now that you see my Dracula in my video, okay, this is Bela Lugosi's Dracula. He would be a welcome addition now to the Evil Horde. But we're not doing a video on him unless he wants to help me stand there, and he can help. He can kind of supervise the video. But no, he's in the plastic bag here because I did take him apart. I was just trying out some of the various what you can do with him. So he's like a centipede guy. He's got like a green tail and so on. And what's funny about the Horde is they didn't have a vampire in there. Meanwhile, they got Leech Man is supposed to take powers or drain He-Man of his powers or whatever. And they got the mosquito guy. But anyway, I just put Dracula off to a side. I kind of put him in there, and I was doing some work in here and moving him around, and he kind of got put in a box. But oh well, it is what it is. So same ordeal as Multibot. Get a list of parts and so on. And my guy is out taken apart. And like I said, one head kind of looks a little bit demonic. And there's his regular head. So in the cartoon, he was a scientist before he became that. And Skeletor wouldn't have it. Oh, you get like this part. I know a Multibot's got one too. It's to help take them apart because they stick pretty good. They made them a bit better, and you only get one torso, so you can't really do much with this guy. You can do a lot, but not as much as what you wanted to with old mudulock. And if you see my previous video, and I did quote Eddie Murphy on that good morning bit. So as you can see on the box, he's got his legs, he's got his claws, and like I said, I could have got one back in the day. Oh, you got a little bit of an instruction booklet with mudulock. Multibot didn't have one. I guessed it. They figure that the adult collectors aren't going to need an instruction booklet with Multibot because they figure it's the same verse, second as the first, same verse. Oh, you may see it. So yeah, so if I can unfold this here. So the instruction booklet actually kind of tells you try not to pry out those parts to build your mudulock in any ways you want. And yeah, he did change to the Horde because Skeletor wouldn't have them. And if you seen She-Ra back in 1985, the Snake Man quit too. Skeletor was being a hard ass one time, and we're all adults here, so yeah, I'll be swear a little bit. Yeah, so Skeletor was being a hard ass. This guy quit because he didn't take that wimpy scientist thing too much from Skeletor. I believe Tongue Lasher and Rattler left, and King Hiss and the others I don't think went to Hordak. I'm surprised that Mantenna never quit Hordak. He took a lot of shit, Mantenna. But the artwork is awesome here. I love the artwork on it. And his gun does separate into two. So you can have him pose like the Punisher or some other guy, but he'll be more like the Terminator because, like I said, he's kind of indestructible because if he ever comes apart, he can still put himself back together, kind of like the T-1000. So Multibot and this guy would have been good for G.I. Joe, watching G.I. Joe have fun blowing this guy up. But He-Man wasn't supposed to be as violent. Now, I know Conan would have to do a number on this guy and Multibot. I know She-Ra wasn't supposed to be violent either because they said, oh, when we're kids, not to make these, not to make them so violent. Because back in the day, we really loved He-Man, G.I. Joe, and all these other ones. The Transformers really got violent and blowing each other up. The Transformers always wanted to blow each other up to smithereens. And it wasn't a lot like this. And then put them back together kind of thing. So we used to watch Ratchet, and I don't know who was putting the Decepticons back together. Maybe Shockwave, who knows, right? It's been a long time since I've seen those Gen X cartoons, but yes. So the idea with him was he was supposed to mail himself to Castle Grayskull in pieces in a crate, and then rebuild himself back together and try to take Castle Grayskull for Skeletor, but in the cartoon he gets pissed off at Skeletor after being called a wimp and blah blah blah, and he joins Hordak. Smart move, and he's still a scientist because he did build that multi-bot, which is, I just showed you in the last video, if you were watching. It's the same idea. So if they'd done things a little bit differently, these guys would have been fun to see on G.I. Joe, having this guy join up with Cobra Commander and watching G.I. Joe blow up Multibot and Mudulock, or seeing Mudulock run and seeing Multibot get blown up to smithereens and watching himself get put back together again. Pretty much like this here, so. And him looking a little evil. He looks really evil. Got like the green eyes here. It would have been nice if they would have gave Mudulock an extra torso. We could really do a lot more with him. He had an extra torso. That's my only complaint with him. They said back in the 80s, even now, if you want to do it, buy more of these, this character here. And it will be interesting. I mean, I'm going to try it at some point to try to cross him with Multibot. Now I got both of them. So if you like what you see, please give me a like and subscribe. And thank you very much for following, and have yourself a good night.